Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. But they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Good timing on the quick out. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Can't get him to the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down, turning it on. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Perkins. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Punch it out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Perkins. Steps away to find some room. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Oh, they really really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Perkins. Dances away to buy time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback. Your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Finds a man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. You want to be physical on defense, but too much grabbing. They got him for the hold. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Leaves it with the running back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do it's hard to get inside the kicker's head. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. The guys after the miss, no change in the score.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Dome or wide receivers, and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome.
There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. They'll move the wide receiver. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Plows through the defense. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Perkins. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. And now they face 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
The Volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Oh, better look out. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
This is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times today.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Dances away. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Iron. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on 4th down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, back the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Perkins. Might be looking to run. Complete to the right. And some room to work. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the move. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
They'll leave it with him. At the 35, he's got room. Racing to the right. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Auburn is lining up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 21 over Rutgers. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here come the Irish back on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Wants to go up top. Looking left. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero. But, oh, boy, it's kind of the opposite.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open.
Ernie on the Jets. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Motion from the wideout. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Working that left side. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll run it on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. The Dogs want to crank the tempo. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Offense gets set for second down. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Now they'll try the right side. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky? to the wideout. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Yeah, and third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and fourth down now, it's decision time for you.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who starred through the first three periods. So the final period starts with a second down play. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Looking for room. It's Akbar. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Quarterback may change this route. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Oh, he's got a chance. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Turning it on. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time on target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. get home, and they get him at the 21.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Notre Dame, 31, Georgia, 17.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back to pass, it's Perkins. Got his man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his second catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning right now.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. On target to the left. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Listen, as the game goes along, you start to figure out what that defense does. And that offense, I think they got a really good clue that that corner route continues to be open. I'd keep hitting it.
Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Makes a connection. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They want to run this quarterback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. To the air, it's Perkins. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. They get to him as he throws. To the end zone, and it's picked off. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. They believe they can run right here. He has the first and still on his feet. Lots of running room. He's at the 40. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back has it. Running into the open space. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.